Hello everyone, welcome back to Football Talks, bringing you completely up to date with everything that's going on in the transfer window around the big guns in the Premier League. We're talking today who has done the better business so far, Liverpool or Manchester City. They're your two big guns. They're the ones that have been mainly up there winning the trophy over the last 5 to 7 years. Has Liverpool's one player in Florian Wirtz at 116 million outshone Manchester City's three main targets that they've brought in for 132 million? I'm asking the question in this video. Who has done the better business? This conversation is doing the rounds and going viral right now on social media. The argument between City and Liverpool fans, who has done the best business so far? A team that's got three players for near enough the price of one that the other team has got. We'll go through that, and there's a twist at the end of this video which I'll go through that not many people are looking at right now, and we'll give you my thoughts on it. I'll do the pros and cons through each of these sales and why it works better for Liverpool, it works better for City, and who has actually won so far. And let's not forget, this transfer window has only just started, and it looks like teams are getting their business done way earlier than it has ever done before in transfer windows. What's the change? What is different? Anyway, let's get into it. And of course, everybody as well, before we get started, I've had loads of comments on the videos already. Adam, you look like Jurgen Klopp. It's a younger Jurgen Klopp, a Mancunian Jurgen Klopp. Honestly, so many comments. I mean, let me know. Do I look like Jurgen Klopp? I suppose Liverpool fans, you could say one thing. It's better than looking like Arne Slot, innit, eh? I'd rather take the Klopp than the Slot. I don't even know why I'm laughing. I don't even know if it's an actual compliment or an insult. But anyway, getting into this story. Liverpool, 116 million for Florian Wirtz versus Manchester City's Ryan Cherki, Reinders and Ain't Nouri. They're the three big targets that everyone's comparing, big transfers that is, comparing to Florian Wirtz of Liverpool. 116 million, and they're the prices with everything added on, by the way. I've done the full-on Sky Sports thing here where they've just added everything up just to make it easier, and there's no discrepancy at all in this situation. So, Liverpool, 116 million, Manchester City 132 million, and you're looking at Cherki. He's come in. He's probably going to take the Jack Grealish role. Somewhere, I'm guessing around there. Maybe he could fit in to certain roles that obviously Kevin De Bruyne does as well. The creative spark in there for Manchester City. Always available, fantastic record, great stats from last season. Good signing at the price that they signed him for as well, with that release clause from Lyon. So I think absolutely brilliant signing. Ain't Nouri as well, another release clause that has been triggered by Manchester City. They're hitting the players that have got low release clauses. And to be honest, like, no one's saying no to Ryan Cherki or Ain't Nouri. Reinders, again, another unknown because, well, he's coming from the Italian league. Obviously, good. Didn't have a great season. Well, AC Milan didn't have a great season, but obviously Pep sees something in him. So the argument for Manchester City fans is that we have done business and rectified issues in three different areas of this team, and Liverpool have just done one. The argument for Liverpool is that they have bought the best that is out there right now, and they have paid a premium to fit into a system that they know is already in play and is already working well. Like, they walked the league title last season. So you could argue City have covered a few different areas of the pitch and they've done a good business. When you say that you've bought three players for the same price as somebody else has bought one for, or near enough, bearing, about 15 million or something like that. When you look at that, and you can say and you can argue all day long that Manchester City have won this hands down. You could easily say that, but a transfer and business in the transfer window shouldn't be judged on what money is spent, I don't think. It should be judged on what you've bought, and what you've bought is players that are necessary. So Manchester City have done their business, and they feel like they have done very good business for the price. Yes, but if indeed Liverpool thought that they already had a lot of pieces in place, and they thought that they just needed to add that extra little bit, it's not a little bit, is it? But that extra bit of spark in there for that front line, then Florian Wirtz, at the price that he's coming at, I think they will say, well, we've done good business. But on top of all this, nobody's even bringing in Jeremy Frimpong for Liverpool. So Liverpool have bought one player for the price of 116 million. They've also bought another player in for just under 30 million in Frimpong, and they've met a release clause as well. So everyone who's comparing Manchester City getting three players for 132 million, Liverpool are approximately in at around 150 million, near enough, for two players of quality as well. So I look at it and I would say right now I'm looking at absolute guarantees when it comes to what Liverpool have done in European football sense, but none in terms of Premier League proven players. Manchester City have actually gone out and bought a Premier League proven player and 2 players that we're going to see how they do in the Premier League. So does that make City win? There's another one there for the City side of things. But Liverpool are the champions. And Liverpool are not just finding players to come in for positions that need players changing in, like Manchester City. Liverpool are bringing players in that, well, they are doing in the case of Frimpong anyway. Obviously, he's a replacement for Trent. I get that side of it. But when we're arguing the point of Florian Wirtz, Liverpool have got an abundance of talent in that front line. And you could argue Liverpool don't really necessarily need to go out and spend too much in the front line. But they have gone out and spent on the best that there is out there and made sure above everybody else that they have got them. Is Liverpool's more of a statement when you're comparing it to Manchester City? I mean, you City fans who can argue all day long on this as well and say, look at the business that we've done. We've got 3 signings in there that's pretty much the same price near enough, barring 15 million, that Liverpool have bought for 1. So who's done the best business? Well, let's not also forget what Liverpool didn't do in January that City did do in January, which was buy a shed load more of players. And obviously Pep Guardiola is building his squad around these players now, and he's trying to build a new squad and a new team. But Liverpool have already got that. And they're just picking off the 1s and the 2s here and there and just making sure that they're getting better off the back of obviously winning the league already. They didn't spend anything last summer. So if you to ask me and my opinion on this, and the twist is pretty much the fact that Liverpool haven't spent anything at all over the last 2 transfer windows and only now are spending the money. So I think in a way Liverpool have won this because they've already the champions. City are potless. So who's had the last laugh, really? I mean, when you look at Manchester City, they're recovering from their worst ever Pep Guardiola season and they're having to buy a whole new team because he has failed. So what is good business? It comes down to the quality of player that you actually buy. And Liverpool are piling on top of a champions winning side here. And I think that is why they feel like they would probably have won. If you look at what both clubs have spent from January to the end of this summer window now, I bet it's still Manchester City spending more money than Liverpool. But let's not forget as well that Liverpool have had to deal with losing one of their players for nothing in Trent Alexander-Arnold. And some Liverpool fans will always argue as well that Van Dijk and Mo Salah being signed up is just as good a signing as what Manchester City are making right now, and that is that they're ready-made and proven absolute quality in the Premier League, and City are bringing players in that have never played in the Premier League before. Florian Wirtz, I think, will fit in nicely into Liverpool's front line, I think seamlessly. I think that's an argument you can also make. Where will Reinders play? Where will Shirkey play? Who is going to drop out? What's the future of Phil Foden? There is still a lot there. You've got Mamouche, you've got Gonzalez that has just come in there as well for Manchester City in January. So Manchester City are buying a full team. Liverpool have already got one, and they're adding absolute quality to it. There's 2 sides to it. There is a real good argument in there. But get into the comments and let me know what you think, everybody. Is it Manchester City or is it Liverpool? Who is the better at the moment in this transfer window? There is a big debate for both, I feel, in this one. And I don't think there's going to be any Liverpool fan that thinks Manchester City have done good business over them and vice versa with City over what Liverpool have done. It's just tribal, I think, in this one. So anyone who is watching from a neutral point of view, get your comments in because they could be the deciding factor. Give this video a like, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you all in the next video.